Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. Now, when we left off, we had just gathered a couple of Shadow Legion units from our completion of the Knighthood quest. And, as we can see here, we actually have Sarah the Fox in the Tavern. And we are obviously assuming that she is the pretty female preset, or from the character creation, which I have to say is remarkable because it looks like she's just put on makeup, and I'm gonna say that it seems as though that's a little inaccurate, but, well, whatever the case, we are now going to be speaking to her. How did you get your foxy nickname? Oh, I actually would not say that, but whatever the case. Apparently Bertil the Lesser says that. If it is a tale you desire, then a tale I assuredly shall tell. Okay? I am called the Fox because my words and allure enchant my would-be suitors, leaving them in hot pursuit of a fox they can never catch. With my pursuit of pleasure, my keen wits and my eloquent songs and poetry, I enrapture every man I encounter. When cornered, I fight. When chased, I go to ground. With my rapier, I fence moonlight. On my steed, I race the dawn. I am a troubadour by profession, a courtesan upon occasion, and a deadly enigma at all times. I am known for my elegant verse and exquisite songs. When I grow bored, I travel onward, amusing myself with whatever diversions come my way. I confess to an affection for Pendor, so for the past several years have visited its towns and castles, earning good coin with my talents. Which reminds me, I find myself in a slightly difficult predicament, due to a misunderstanding. A rather handsome young man has become infatuated with me, and is relentless in pursuit of his desires. I must leave this town immediately, as the young man is the Lord's son. As we speak, his men are searching for his beloved. I'd prefer not to be captured or forced to win my freedom with my rapier. Well, you could technically give your clothes to that maiden scout over there, give her some of your makeup, and then you'd be exactly the same. So, why not? That might be an idea, but whatever the case, we are going to be hiring her because, well, I'm pretty sure she's going to be quite deadly for us, and hopefully she can charm many a lord so that she does not, well, so they do not attack us. That is, of course, what I meant to say, but whatever the case, we can now level up a couple of these units here, and we are also going to be seeing what kind of specialization she is going to bring to the table, because of course we have lost Leslie, and so this is a nice replacement for her. Now, it appears as though she is a looter, and that is rather unfortunate. I seem to remember that she is a looter. Yeah, she has 4 in looting, 18 in actual fact, 18 agility. Absolutely amazing agility, extremely low strength and health, so we're going to need to deal some considerable damage to her equipment right there and see if we can try and upgrade her somewhat. And before we leave Says, I would like to head into the castle right here and gain an additional quest. So, I heard you have problems with rivals. Yes. So let's do that. There we go. They are in the vicinity of Says, and I don't know why I went out to the town center, but I suppose it's nice to look around and see the dawn, see the sunlight and various other things right there. But okay, so we have some Empire Immortals right here, which are going to be absolutely impossible for us to kill. Guaranteed. Absolutely impossible. And I'm not entirely sure if we are going to be able to do this. As you see, 23 Immortals and 33 Mortals, and we have 90 of some random units. So it's really not looking good, is it? We're going to try, because we have to try, and we are not going to be sending our troops in this time, because I think, considering they have 56, it is not going to work out too well. I would like to just charge them, and we'll see what happens, but obviously let's just see if we can get some nice strategy going on here. And let's see now. Well, we have 22 archers. I suppose we could make good use of them. So let's tell everyone to hold position over here, and then we'll move our archers this way, move our infantry just in front of them. And that is fantastic. There we go. Okay, so yes, let me just do something real quick. Okay, so yes, we're back on this screen right here because, well, I had to reload my save as the game decided not to re-maximize itself after I muted it. Yes, I needed to unmute it, and now we can continue, of course. But we are, of course, now going to be fighting these Empire Immortals. Hopefully we'll have a similar battlefield. It actually appears we have exactly the same, which is fantastic. Very nice to see that. Our renown value for this battle is 25. That's very good, isn't it? That's very, very good in actual fact. So archers here, infantry there, and we'll see what we can do. 39 cavalry we actually have. We should actually be able to deal some good damage, but these are Empire Immortals and Empire Mortals, and I am not happy. Really not happy in fighting these guys. They are going to absolutely destroy us if they get within range. Come on, infantry. Come on. You really are going to get stuck like that? Really? Yes. Okay. Well, maybe if they actually did as I told them, it might be a good idea, but... Well, we are going to try our very best. Empire Mortal already being taken out right there, which is very nice to see. Many of them actually don't even have shields, which I have to say is rather nice. So let's charge in all of our cavalry right here, see if we can eliminate the very small bands of units that are currently following me, and hopefully we'll be able to eliminate some of these guys ourselves. Of course, if my horse decides to eliminate some of them, then that's not very good. Ooh, these Empire Mortals are actually quite easy to kill. It must be the Empire Immortals that are the ones that are going to be very, very difficult. And at least many of our crossbowmen are not being assaulted right now, which is great. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe we'll be able to eliminate many others, but it appears as though we're going to have to take a couple of more risks, maybe. Okay, well, yes, they are appearing to be... Yes, they are being beaten. They are being beaten back. Hopefully we will be able to prevail here. And we're going to charge in some of our infantry here, see if we can make a difference in that case. Ooh, we are being attacked a little bit too much for my liking. Let's see if we can deal some quick damage to some of these units. Please do not kill my horse. Ah, of course. Of course you were going to. Of course. There we go. We have eliminated an Empire Immortal. Fantastic. And now all we need to do is... survive against these guys. Oh, there we go. Another one. Okay, I'm actually somewhat surprised. Oh, I'd like to get on that horse behind us here, but I doubt I actually have the ability to do so. Okay, come on. Yes, you must help me, archers. Yes, thank you very much. That's exactly what I like to see. And let's see here. What are we going to be doing? Ooh, okay. I think some throwing weapons are in order. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so apparently we were able to survive. That is rather impressive, isn't it? Okay, well, wow. That is actually really impressive, because now we get 25 renown. We did lose a huge amount of units. Mostly heretic worshippers, strangely enough. Not entirely sure why they all died, but whatever the case, we now have a huge amount of Empire units that we're able to then sell to our ransom broker, and there's various loot. I do like that. So let's see, we are going to be letting our heroes select everything. Not really going to be getting anything, unfortunately, because, of course, we do have... Ooh, that's actually quite nice. Should I use that? It's a large bag. It gives me 1 extra, but it loses us 2 damage. I don't think it really makes much difference, to be honest, but whatever the case, let's take a look here. Ooh, fantastic. A wonderful Empire Immortal shield. Look at that. Now that is very nice. I will be using that, thank you. And apparently no one else wanted any shields, so apparently they couldn't use it. And, oh, yes. Okay, so apparently Sarah has a problem with Julia. Hello, Captain. Julia is an awfully prudish sort, isn't she? I asked her if the Legionnaire's reputation for being absolute studs was justified. Did I really just read that? Okay, and she glared at me and said I was in a better position to know something like that than she was. She is not so ugly that I assumed she was without experience, but I suppose I was mistaken. The Legionnaires are likely more discriminating in their tastes than to traffic with her sort, though perhaps she was better looking when she was younger. Hoo-hoo! Okay, claws coming out there, and I was going to make a meow sound, but I guess you guys can imagine it instead of me actually doing it. So, let's see, Well, Sarah doesn't really give anything to us right now, but I don't really care either way, to be honest. So, I'm not entirely sure. Julia is a valuable member of this company, I suppose. Well, she has been in the party longer, I guess, so, well, yes. That is going to be resolved at some point or another, I assume. And, yes, there we go. We have now completed the quest, hopefully. Yep, there we go. We just needed to wait a little bit here. I have settled the problem with the Empire Immortals. Excellent. Yes, there we go. We have gained some renown, some honor, and we have also improved our relation with the Shadow Legion. Now, we did have some space in our army, and they didn't give us any units this time, so it must just be that the bounty mission gives the units, or at least that as far as I am aware. And we're going to get some maiden adventurers. Oh yes, we were actually able to survive that particular engagement. I am really surprised about that. Okay, well, Adonia was lucky enough to level up in that particular engagement, so let's get her a little bit more in Iron Flesh and Strength, increase her HP quite a bit, and now we'll level up Beartild the Lesser. And what is he going to get? Well, we actually have no idea. I really do not know. I'd like to get some more riding skill, because now that we have 3 in shield, we can actually use some of the better shields, and I think it's probably worth it for us to go for something else. So it seems like riding might be a good idea. Horse archery would also be relatively good, because obviously throwing weapons from horseback might be better then. So I think we'll probably improve our strength somewhat, because we do want to get a little bit more in power strike, and we are increasing our HP naturally, organically, whatever you want to say. And we'll go for some riding skill, because our horse has now just been crippled, and it would be wonderful if we could use something a little better. Do we have a riding skill 3? No, we do not. Of course we don't. But we could potentially use this Dark Silver Warhorse when we gain riding skill 4. So maybe we can try to do that. And do we actually have a good amount of agility to do that? Yes, I think we do. So that is rather nice. So next level we'll be able to get some more riding skill. I like that. Okay, so yes, we have been here for quite some time, and we are now going to be heading onward and seeing what we can do. Obviously we are not going to be attacking any of those snake-cold armies, but I would like, very much so, to head on to some of the opponents of the Fyrdsvain and see if we can raid some of their villages, mainly the Dashar and mainly Sarleon. Now, we are of course going to be leaving the Fyrdsvain's mercenary company when we have the opportunity to do so, which is probably going to be in around 15 days, in actual fact. Maybe a little bit more than that, and we'll see what transpires then, but right now I want to make good use. Ooh, yes, we actually have quite a bit of loot, so I guess we'll just stop off at Janos, and we'll see what we can do. And yes, there was a martial quest, but I just did not want to do that. I wanted to do the Empire Immortal killing and massacre, so yes, we did that instead. And of course, we don't really want to help the Fyrdsvain too much, do we? We want to try and balance the power in the region. And oh yes, do bear in mind that reminds me of a game that I used to play, which was Skyward Collapse. It is a very interesting concept, because what you're trying to do is balance all of the factions' power so that none of them can win. Isn't that rather impressive? I think that's rather cool, but yes, whatever the case. Torvin. Hello there, I want to sell some prisoners to you, thank you very much. Just what I was looking for. Fantastic. Have you heard any rumors? Yeah. Yes. Yes, oh, okay. Well, yes, that's perfectly useless, thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to be heading on over to the marketplace, and we will be, I think, keeping that shield, because it's actually better, even though it's a battered one. It's actually better than our previous, so we're just going to be selling the rest here, nothing really to worry about. And yes, I'll sell the large bag and various other things, various loot, thank you. And I'll keep that halberd. Sell the spear, I suppose. Ah, yes, we already had one of those shields. Yes, we already had one of those shields, but of course we did not have the shield skill to be able to use it, so, well, that's pretty good. It's nice to see some progress there. Okay, so we have bakeries in basically every city now that we are currently not at war with, of course. We are at 73 out of 77 units. I think that should be enough for us to be able to head over to Sepathar and see if we can... Oh, fantastic! Well, that's exactly what we like to see, isn't it? Oh, yes. Ah, yeah, okay, well, that is one of the greatest achievements, and as we can see, look at that, we are a peasant. Ah, well, yes. Thank you very much for adding achievements, especially these kinds of achievements. Obviously, I have been told about the raiding villages and killing caravans achievement as well. You have failed to complete 10 quests. I mean, you have succeeded to complete 10 quests, and the lords now title you the epitome of aptitude, because ineptitude is harsh. It's very, very harsh. Well, with jeers and laughter, they penalize you with -10 renown. Oh, -10 renown, oh my. That's really quite the penalty, isn't it? Well, there's our first achievement of many, hopefully, and hopefully they are going to be all just as amusing, of course, yes. Ah, well, -10 renown, that's really not going to hit very hard, is it? No, not at all, because we literally still have exactly the same company size as far as I'm aware. But otherwise, Sarah actually did level up, so we're going to be giving her some strength, thank you, and some iron flesh. Make sure she stays alive a little bit more. And maybe she'll actually be able to use some heavier armor too. So let's see what we can do at Sephathar, shall we? Or maybe we don't actually want to do this, because we have enough money right now. We are gaining a good amount of money, and raiding it really does not give us much at all. But maybe if we can find a vassal that wants to fight us, then maybe that would make a huge difference, because we'd be able to gain some significant renown gains, I hope. And, ooh, Singalian oh. I was going to say, ooh, Singalian slavers, free prisoners. No, definitely not free prisoners. Ooh, no, that's not very good at all. Okay, so in other words, we are going to have to be very, very careful here, because many of the Dashar vassals appear to have gained, maybe apart from this fellow, appear to have gained a rather considerable force, I was going to say. Oh, okay, so Sarah has a problem with basically everyone, it appears. Okay. I cannot comprehend why you enlisted Alyssa, that fugitive, if she is actually a fugitive and not a spy from the Snake Court. We don't want or need that sort of villainy in this troop. She is also utterly creepy. How you can tolerate her hissing is beyond my understanding. Why don't we just cut off her head? Okay, well, yeah, I do actually quite like Alyssa, but yeah, I guess we are going to be siding with her. Oh my goodness, everyone is just having so many complaints right now. Okay, so let's see here. What is going on here? We have a very nice situation if that fellow does not join in. If that fellow does not join in, then we may indeed be in with a chance. Let's do this. Okay, so we have some farmers with us. So that's, well, not with us, but against us, shall we say. So they have 95, we have 74, but they have farmers. So we should be perfectly fine, right? Well, I hope so. We have 32 archers as well. So let's see what we can do here. Also, yes, I do know, by the way, I do know about the troop management in the window and everything, and making sure that the units are high above in the list. I thought many of you would have actually seen that I was making our companions go to the top of the list because I want them to be in the battle. I actually thought that you would have all seen that, but, well, I saw a number of comments about that, and I was a little bit surprised, considering I did it in that very video. So, yes, rather interesting, suffice it to say, but, yes, we are now going to be getting our infantry out the front here, hopefully. Yes, come on, guys, go over there, thank you very much. And we're going to be moving our... Whoa, my horse just actually got shot from all the way over there. That is impressive. Okay, so, yeah, let's see what we're able to do here. Now, these guys are actually very, very accurate, apparently. They seem to be wanting to kill my horse for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure what Rodney has done, but it appears as though they really want to kill him. Well, that's a little bit of a shame, isn't it? So, yes, okay, well, otherwise, what we want to do is get our cavalry to follow us once again, and we're going to see what we can do. Hopefully, our Empire crossbowmen will not run out of arrows before the enemies, and, well, we're going to see what happens. Obviously, we do have a couple of Shadow Legion units, which we do not want to be killed. Ooh! It appears as though they are going to be charging in their cavalry immediately. Well, that's not too good of them, is it? So we're just going to charge in our infantry as a result, seeing if we can deal some damage there, and maybe we'll get our own cavalry to charge in against their archers. Maybe if we can do that, that would be great. So let's see what we can do here. Hopefully our infantry are going to be able to defeat their cavalry. That is what I am putting my hope in right now. And otherwise, we are going to attempt to assault many of their archers. Oh, well, there's a little bit of damage. Nothing really to write home about there, unfortunately enough. But maybe we'll be able to destroy a shield. Yes, we were able to destroy a shield. Well, if that's the best I can do today, then I will be sorely disappointed. No, you cannot... Yes, I was going to say, no, you cannot destroy my horse, but apparently you can, very easily, in actual fact. Okay, so let's play it cool here. Let's play it very, very cool. Yes. You're having difficulties hitting me, aren't you? Oh, yes. We are standing exactly in the apex of your horse's head. Oh, yes, that is remarkable. Okay, so now we can deal some damage to this fellow. We have an axe, and we are not afraid to use it. That is for raiding me in the last episode. Thank you very much to Star Scorpion Assassin. Yes. If you recall, they attacked us in the previous episode, and, well, I was taken out, rather unceremoniously. Not exactly something I would really like to see, but, yes. Let's see what we can do to them. Oh, no, never mind. Apparently Adiz has that covered. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm just going to charge in our archers now because they can move into effective range a little bit more efficiently as a result. And let's see what we're able to do to the remaining forces here. We are going to be taking out a couple more of their archers and leveling up our proficiencies because, of course, we need that for winning any particular tournament that we may participate in. And, of course, we will now lose yet another horse. Okay, well, if we can hold out here, we do have an Empire Immortal Shield. This fellow over here, or this woman in actual fact, will be able to deal some extreme damage to them, hopefully. Come on. Oh, yes, I took a little bit of damage from them, of course. That was my intention. I did that completely on purpose. Yes, the epitome of ineptitude. Running before us. Ah, well, there it is. Fantastic. 18 renown. Very, very nice rewards right there. And we will continue to gain that renown as well. Oh, yes, thank you. I will be taking you. There we go, and now we can take a huge amount of Feared's Vein units, which is, well, obviously nothing to sniff at. I think that's actually pretty nice. And we can sell these guys back to the Dashar in just a moment. I'm not really willing to let them escape, because that would obviously give us somewhat of a difficulty, because then we lose all profit whatsoever, so we're just going to be letting our units choose. Sarah is going to be equipping herself with a couple of things, and then we'll go on with that. There we go. Okay, well, yes, Julia's now having a problem, yes. Of course. So, yes, now we can see here, okay, what do we have? Ooh, some armored bowmen. Very nice indeed to see those guys. And we also have some armored crossbowmen as well. Adiz also leveled up, but first, we are, of course, going to be speaking to this guy. Are you interested in your freedom? It is to my shame that you have defeated me. I would seek my freedom as my family can ransom me. I can offer you 6,000. Oh, yes. Well, yes, you be on your way now. Thank you. And that's 4,800. Very nice indeed. Well, that was a very quick 11,000 that we made just there, wasn't it? Well, that's very nice. And I think as a result of our gains there, both in renown and in monetary value, I'm going to be ending this episode off here. And so, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.